Hey guys, I'm going to replace the line in my weed eater. I have a 4-cycle Troy-Bilt 30cc weed whacker. I like this weed eater because it does a great job. I like the fact that since it's a 4-cycle, I don't have to worry about mixing the gas and the oil. The gasoline goes in one hole, the oil goes straight into the other, and it mixes within the motor. It's simple to change the line on this, but it's not quite as simple as the manufacturer's video on YouTube. They use a brand new weed whacker that has never been used to show you how to replace the line. And of course it's simple because there's been no wear on the head. I'm going to show you how to replace one that's actually been used a few times, that's got a little wear, that's got a little buildup of grass, earth, weeds, whatever, because it's a little trickier than what they show on the manufacturer's video. And I want to share some hacks with you that I've learned by doing this that'll make the process go smoothly for you. So come up closer here. So basically I want you to just watch my hands in this head. Now I want to point out of course I've got my brand new line, and there's 3 tools that I use while I'm doing this. I use a screwdriver, a box cutter, and a pair of pliers. Okay, now I don't always need all of these. I might not need this one, but I might. But I want to have it ready just in case. So the first thing I want to do, of course, is get my line ready. Now this particular weed whacker holds up to 20 feet of line. I'm not going to put 20 feet on this time because that takes a little longer, and I just want to show you how to do this. Now, it's important to use this because what I do is I cut my line at an angle to make it easier to feed through these holes. And I want to emphasize safety. Okay, my wife has our cell phone right there in front of me, so I'm not going to cut this like this and end up cutting her. I'm going to cut away from myself and anybody else that's around at a nice, hard, sharp cut. Okay, and then I always want to close my blade when I'm done so I don't accidentally step on it. So I have a nice flush cut. That's going to make it easier. Okay, now on these heads, they're so simple to use. You notice it turns counterclockwise. That's how I'm going to fill my line inside the spool, and it doesn't turn clockwise. Okay, so that way it's kind of dummy proof as far as which way to turn it to feed it. But there are arrows on the end of this head, and again, this is a Troy-Bilt, and most Troy-Bilt models are just like this, and even though they're different sizes. But you want to line these arrows up together, okay? Now, the way it's supposed to work, according to the manufacturer, is you just feed it through this hole and it's supposed to come right out the other side. And in their video, they use a brand new weed eater, and of course it works. It might work. I mean, let's hope, but I've had times when it doesn't. Now, here comes the first hack, okay? You're pushing it through, it's supposed to come out easily. Well, guess what? It doesn't. This is where your pliers come in, okay? You can take a pair of pliers, and I'm right-handed, so I'm actually going to spin it around this way and do this. Just grab your line about a 1/2 inch out, push it in. 1/2 inch out, push it in. 1/2 inch out, and it looks like it keeps coming back out after I push it in. So we're going to have to remove the nozzle or the top of this to make this work, okay? Troubleshooter number 2, just take a flat screwdriver. It's simple. And honey, are you getting this? There are 2, and in the menu, sometimes, look at that. You can squeeze it with your fingers and it will come right off. Okay, now that's because this has been sitting for a couple of days actually. It's not hot, and there's no buildup in here because I've been working on this and cleaning it out a little bit. But let's say you've been weed eating for half an hour, everything's hot. Okay, you know as things heat, they expand. I can't get mine off if I've been using this and if there's grass and weeds in here. So if you're having trouble getting yours off, I don't need to use this hack right now, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because you might be in a position where you need to use it. Simply take a flathead screwdriver and use that instead of your fingers to push this inside, or get it started with your fingers, okay? And then once you get it started, you can use your screwdriver. And again, be careful here. You don't want to stab yourself with a screwdriver. That doesn't feel good. Sometimes come down on the top, and that works better. See, I came down from the top and it popped right off. I'm going to show you again on this side. Put it down, use the lip here for leverage, comes right off, okay? So now, we weren't able to feed it through just like it says on the manufacturer's video, because this is a used weed eater. I mean, it's only about a year old. I bought it new last year, but I have used it, so therefore it's used. So let's say you got to start all over with the top off. It's simple. It's kind of like doing a fishing reel. Put the line through one hole, come down in here, find the holes here. Okay, feed it through this hole, and it's so much easier. It came right out. You getting this really good, honey? A good angle?
Yep.
Okay, and then you want to come through and make sure, whoops, make sure to line it up coming out this side, this hole. You're going to line your things back up straight here. Now, let's wait. Before I do that, I'm not going to snap it back on first. What I want to do is pull this out even. Okay, I want to make sure my ends are even so that it loads evenly. Okay, now that this is even, I'm now going to go ahead and line the holes back up and just snap the top back on. So I line this one up with this hole, and then I line this one's already there, and then I snap these back in like that. Snap it down. Okay, this one snapped down very easily. Got it there. I put that back in the hole, and wow, it snaps down very easily. So now, make sure your lid is securely fastened. You don't want it coming off while you're reeling your line. You're going to have to start all over, okay? So it's securely fastened. So what I do now, and here's hack number 3 is coming up, okay? They don't show you this in the manufacturing video with the brand new weed whacker, so I want to make sure to point this out here. Once you start turning this counterclockwise, it'll start reeling up. You hear that click, okay? In the manufacturing video, they say just keep turning as long as it's clicking, you know you're doing it right. Yes, if it's brand new, but if you've used your weed whacker and you've got some wear and tear and some loosening of nuts and bolts and everything else in here, every time you hear that click, pull this out straight. You saw it just turned? Watch. Click. This is going to take you more time, but it ensures that your line is tight within the head. If you don't pull that out and you just do it like it says in the manufacturer's video, you're going to have a loose spool in here and you're going to have a heck of a time weed eating. So turn, pull, turn, pull, turn until it, oh, I missed one. So pull, see, more came out because it was loose. Turn, pull. Do not make your next turn until you pulled. Do not make your next turn until you pulled. This is the only way to ensure that it's going to be tight inside of there. Okay, it's going to take you an extra 2 minutes. Well, if you're doing 20 feet of line, I'm doing about 5 feet of line. It's going to take me an extra 45 seconds, but I've got it done right. You see, it's still even. Now that's a little long, so I'm going to do one more. Click. Pull, and that's about perfect. 5 or 6 inches is what you want, so you're not going past your guard and cutting your line off on your guard. You're going to get an efficient cut, and it really is that simple. It's tight, it's reloaded, I'm ready to go again. But now I want to point something out here. Honey, make sure to get a good view down here. You see my engine's upside down? This floods the engine. So before I get frustrated trying to start a flooded engine, I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to let the excess fuel drain out of everything back here that's going to keep this from starting. I'm going to walk away and do something else for 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and prime this sucker up, and it's going to start right up, and I'm going to continue weed eating. So I hope this helped you learn how to reload the line inside your Troy-Bilt weed eater. If so, give us a thumbs up and do us an even bigger favor and subscribe to our channel. And make sure to check back with us often to learn more hacks about farming and agriculture and all things outdoors here on Homesteading Off the Grid.